This is 2.1, the law of demand. So the law of demand basically states that if the price goes up, then the quantity will go down, and then if price goes down, the quantity will go up. So basically, if price goes up, more people won't want to buy it, but if prices go down, more people would want to buy it. This is also shown in a graph where if the price is 30, only some people want to buy it, so basically they would only get at least one. But if the price was 10, they would think that that's a better deal and they would get more product out of that. So a difference between a movement along the curve and then a shift in demand is the only way that you can do a shift along a movement along a curve is when you have a change in price. A change in price will not change anything, because if you get rid of $2, then it's basically up here, like you have 7, you would buy 10 because that's a higher price. But if you take down the price $2, then people would want to buy more because it's a less price. So that's kind of just a movement along the curve. It will just stay on the curve. But a shift in the curve in the curve will either move right or left, so it'll be increasing or decreasing, and it all depends on ripe. So this is the number of consumers, the related goods, the income, the preference, and then the expected future prices by consumers. And for example, if an income increases, and let's say, for example, the market is toys, so if the toys are a inferior good, if the toys are a normal good, then if your increase goes up, then you would want more demand in the normal goods rather than in the inferior goods. You can get that with a lower income, so you wouldn't really want to get that. So an increase in demand would look like a shift right of the original demand curve. So, but instead of saying up, you would have to say right, because it would interfere. It's different if it was going up. So going right would be this way, and that would be increasing. And then over here is decreasing. The demand curve would shift to the left side of the original demand curve, which equals decreasing. So the determinants of demand is #ripe, which is number of consumers, related goods, income, preference, and the expected future prices of consumers, or by consumers. So for example, so if the number of consumers increase, that would mean that the demand would shift right, because if more people are there, they will want the product more, and our market is coffee. So if there's more people in a town, then they will want more coffee, so then the demand goes up. So also this means that price goes up and then quantity goes up. Related goods, so this could mean, for like a substitute, we could say tea as a substitute. If tea prices go down, more people will want tea, which leads to coffee having a decrease in demand, shift to the left, because people would want the product that is less expensive. So with this though, then the price will go down and the quantity will go down. Now income, if the economy goes into a recession, causing incomes to decrease, then the demand will also decrease, because if coffee is, for example, a normal good, if income decreases, they're not going to want to buy a normal good because they don't have the money. They'd rather have an inferior good, such as if another, kind of like you can say a related good is better. It's also, it ties in, but if tea is a inferior good and coffee is a normal good, they'd rather want the tea, because you cannot really afford the coffee with it because it's more expensive because it's a normal good. So the demand curve would shift downwards, or left, which would mean a decrease in demand. So that would mean for the income, the price and quantity would decrease each. Now for preference, for example, if people are saying on the internet that that coffee makes you smarter or like do better with grades in school, the demand will go up because people would want something that would help, and their preference would change because people are convincing them that it makes you better. So demand would shift to the right, it would increase, and the price would increase and the quantity would increase also. Now, expected future prices by consumers. If coffee is expected to go up, the demand will increase because they would rather buy it now while the prices are lower than they would than buying it in the future when they know that the prices are going up. So demand will shift to the right, and the demand will increase, and the price will go up, and the quantity will go up.